Hello everyone, welcome to biology class. Today we are going to start chapter 2 Cell, the basic unit of life. So students, just see the building. Here each room of each floor we can say is the basic unit of this building. Just like this, a cell is the smallest building block of all living organisms. A cell can be defined as the basic structural and functional unit of a living being or living thing. Each cell is capable of carrying out all vital functions or life processes on its own. A cell can be seen under a microscope. A microscope is an instrument used to make tiny objects appear larger. It makes use of lenses to magnify the objects. There are several kinds of microscopes. Usually for viewing smaller organisms, a compound microscope is used. Now coming to the discovery of cell. In 1665, Robert Hooke, an English scientist, examined thin slices of cork under a microscope. He saw many tiny box-like structures that resembled the structure of a honeycomb. Hooke called these tiny structures cell. The term cell comes from the Latin word cellula that means a small room. In 1838, two scientists, Sladen and Swan, two German biologists, put forward the cell theory of life. This theory states the following. Every living organism is made up of one cell or many cells, and a cell is the structural and functional unit of a living organism. In 1868, Rudolf Virchow, a German scientist, proposed an addition to the cell theory. He stated that new cells are produced from pre-existing cells by cell division. So, students, cell is a basic structural or functional unit of living thing. Now coming to cells size, number and shape. Cells vary in number, size and shape. First coming to cell size. Most cells are very small in size and cannot be seen with the naked eye. They can be seen only with the help of microscope. The size of a cell usually measured in micrometers, which is 1/1000 part of a millimeter. The cells range in size from small cells of bacteria to large cells. That is the nerve cell. It is as long as 1 meter. Some cells are big enough in size to be seen with the naked eye. For example, the large single cell is the egg of an ostrich, which is about 15 semi long and 13 semi wide. Now coming to the number. Organisms may be unicellular or multicellular. Organisms such as bacteria, amoeba, chlamydomonas and yeast, they are unicellular. On the other hand, organisms such as Spirogyra, mango tree or human being, they are multicellular. Now coming to the shape. A cell is the smallest unit of life, but remember there are many smaller parts within a cell that helps it to do things that it does. They are called cell organelles. We will be looking at those shortly. Small cells are in round shape. Some cells are shaped like a rod. Generally, cells have roundish shape. Cells perform different functions and they are found in shapes that match the functions. For example, nerve cells are elongated since their function is to send electric signals around the body. Muscles have different shape too. Muscle cells are spindle shaped and contractile to allow movement of the different parts of the body. Skin cells are flat so that they can form a protective barrier. Human red blood cells are biconcave and disc-like so that there is a greater surface area for absorbing oxygen. So different cells have different jobs to do. Different cells have also different sizes. Some are really small and the biggest cell can be a few centimeters long too. So students, that's all today. In our next class we shall learn the structural and functional unit of life, the division of cell.